Have you ever noticed that the same people who are always saying, "Ugh, I just hate drama," are the first ones to lean in and whisper, "So what happened next?" when they overhear an argument? Or maybe, more to the point, have you ever wondered why your Netflix recently watched list looks like the court transcript for a messy celebrity divorce, while your life goals notebook says, "Find inner peace and meditate daily"? Welcome to the greatest paradoxical movie ever made. Not one on TV, but the one playing out inside our own wonderfully complex brains. We human beings are beautifully hypocritical creatures, and nowhere is that more obvious than in how we consume our entertainment. We claim to crave a life of Zen-like calm, a conflict-free existence. But the second we turn on a screen, we willingly dive headfirst into the hurricane of family dynasties at war, tear-soaked cheating scandals, and reality shows where people throw wine in each other's faces over a fashion critique. Why? Why do we pay a monthly subscription to watch the very things we'd pay a fortune to avoid if they happened in our own lives? The answer is surprisingly simple. It's because we are smart cowards. Yep, you heard me. We love the drama, but only from a safe distance. It's called a vicarious experience, or more bluntly, getting your drama fix secondhand. Think of it like a flight simulator. You get all the adrenaline-pumping thrills of doing barrel rolls through the clouds, but with a 100% guarantee that you won't end up as a fiery streak across the sky if something goes wrong. Watching a show like Succession is the exact same thing. We get to witness the Machiavellian backstabbing and brutal power plays of a billionaire family. We feel the tension, the outrage, the satisfaction. But after 2 hours, we can turn off the TV, go make a cup of tea, and return to a life where the biggest drama of the day is that our cat knocked over a plant. We get all the emotional intensity with none of the real-world consequences. No stressful board meetings, no risk of being written out of the will, and most importantly, no gigantic lawyer bills. It's the ultimate deal. We get our cake and eat it too. Or in this case, get our drama fix without the fallout. But it goes deeper than just consequence-free voyeurism. There's a more primal, evolutionary reason. Our ancestors lived in small tribes, and in those tribes, information was power. Knowing who was sleeping with whom, who was trustworthy, who was a cheat, who was plotting to take the best piece of the mammoth kill, that drama wasn't just for fun. It was a survival mechanism. Gossip, or as academics like to call it, the exchange of social information, helped solidify bonds, establish hierarchies, and warn against potential threats. We don't live in hunter-gatherer tribes anymore, but our brains are still running on that ancient software. When we're obsessively discussing who cheated on who in Vanderpump Rules, we're actually practicing a primitive social skill. It creates a sense of community. You and your friends have a common enemy, the TV villain, a couple to root for, a secret to analyze together. It's the modern equivalent of sitting around the campfire, except the campfire is now a 4K screen, and the story isn't about a saber-toothed tiger, it's about a pop star who just broke up with her actor boyfriend. It's a very sophisticated-sounding excuse for loving to hear the tea, isn't it? And now, let's get to the slightly darker part, the part we don't like to admit, but we all feel. It's Schadenfreude, that brilliant German word for the pleasure we derive from the misfortune of others. It sounds evil, but it's fundamentally human. When we watch the wealthy families on The Real Housewives scream at each other during a lavish dinner party, a little part of our brain thinks, well, at least my family's Thanksgiving isn't that bad. When a billionaire tech CEO makes a monumentally stupid business decision and gets roasted by the entire internet, we feel a quiet sense of relief. Why? Because it makes us feel better about our own lives. Our lives might not be glamorous, we might not have yachts or mansions, but they're also not that chaotic and filled with betrayal. It's a mechanism called downward social comparison. By looking at the messes of others, especially those who are ostensibly better than us in material terms, we reassure ourselves that our normal, sometimes boring lives are actually a blessing. It's a little ego boost, a reminder that money and fame can't buy happiness, and they definitely can't buy sanity. So what has the entertainment industry, those master applied psychologists, done with this knowledge? They've turned it into a multi-billion-dollar money-making machine. They don't just wait for drama to happen, they manufacture it. They produce it on an assembly line. Just look at reality TV. They don't cast well-adjusted, emotionally stable people. No, they cast with a formula. Okay, we need one villain, one naive sweetheart, one instigator, and one who cries all the time. They throw these conflicting personalities into a confined space, often with a lot of alcohol, and let producers give them little nudges. Interview questions are designed to provoke. So what did you think when Jessica said your outfit looked cheap? And then comes the magic of editing. They use a technique called frankenbiting, where they splice together words and phrases from different interviews to create a new dramatic sentence that the person never actually said. The result is a perfectly engineered drama cocktail designed to trigger all of our psychological weak spots, our need for safe simulation, our tribal gossip instinct, and our quiet joy in others' misfortune. And this isn't just TV. Look at how news is presented. The headline is never, "Economic policies have minor differences." No, it's "Fiery showdown! Shocking development!" Social media algorithms work the same way. They know that outrage and conflict generate more engagement than positivity. A post about a rescued puppy might get a few thousand likes, but a post about an influencer saying something controversial can ignite a comment war that lasts for weeks. We're pulled into that vortex because our brains are hardwired to pay attention to threats and conflict. Tech corporations know this, TV producers know this, and they exploit it masterfully. We're not just watching drama, we're living in a drama economy. So what does all this mean? Are we terrible people for enjoying watching others suffer? Probably not. It just means we're human. Being drawn to drama isn't a character flaw, it's a pre-installed feature of the human operating system. It's a tool that helps us understand social dynamics, experience catharsis safely, and sometimes feel a little better about our own lot in life. The problem isn't consuming drama. The problem arises when we can't distinguish between the manufactured drama on screen and the real interactions in our lives. When we start expecting our own relationships to have the same high-stakes plot twists as a TV show. When we start treating every disagreement as a mortal battle instead of a difference of opinion. Perhaps the key is self-awareness. The next time you find yourself glued to the screen, binging a celebrity breakup or a reality TV scandal, just take a second to ask yourself, what am I getting out of this? Am I feeding my tribal instinct? Am I looking for a little schadenfreude to feel better about my own life? Or am I just enjoying a safe, emotional flight simulation? Understanding the why behind your behavior won't necessarily change what you watch, but it gives you power. It turns you from a passive consumer into a conscious observer. You can still enjoy the mental junk food, but you know exactly what ingredients went into it. So the next time you hear someone say, or you say yourself, "I hate drama," maybe what we really mean is, I hate unscripted, undirected drama that doesn't have a pause button. We hate the kind of drama that shows up on our own doorstep with no commercial breaks and very real consequences. As for the nicely packaged, professionally produced kind, on a screen, oh please, pass the popcorn. And that gets me thinking, what's your guilty pleasure drama? The one you know is totally staged, completely meaningless, but you just can't look away. And what do you think that says about the wonderful, contradictory human being that you are? Modern life is full of human logic errors, and we just deciphered them with a bit of satirical humor using stick figures. Now it's your turn. Leave a comment and tell us, what is the slightly funny, normal thing people do that makes absolutely no sense? Thanks for watching on Logic Loop, where humorous life logic meets animated commentary. If this got you thinking, leave a comment, like, share, and don't forget to subscribe for more fun videos about modern life using easy-to-understand stick figures. See you in the next video.